This is a video that was made to help guide you through the process of planning and writing an essay for the HSE writing portion of the Language Arts Writing Exam. First, let's talk a bit about the HSE essay. The exam consists of 5 tests, and one test is called the Language Arts Writing Test. This test has 2 parts. Part 1 is 51 multiple choice questions, and Part 2 is where you write your essay. You will receive a combined score from the 51 multiple choice questions and the essay portion of the test. Important to note is that you must pass the essay to pass the entire HSE Language Arts Writing Exam. You receive a total of 2 hours to do both parts of this test. We advise beginning with the multiple choice part. Do not spend more than 75 minutes on that part. If you finish earlier, you can use those extra minutes for the essay. You will need to write an evidence-based essay. If you already looked through Blackboard and did the worksheets leading up to this video, you should already know what an evidence-based essay is. If for some reason you started with this video and you haven't looked at those worksheets yet, I'd like you to stop this video right now and go back and go through those worksheets first. That's very important. The essay is not graded on a computer as the rest of the multiple choice test will be. 2 or more trained staff will grade your essay. Your scores will range between a 0 and a 6. The passing score is a 2. Even if you pass the multiple choice portion with high numbers, you still have to get at least a 2 on the essay section to pass the entire test as a whole. It puts a little bit of pressure on you to write a really good essay, but I'm going to help ease some of that pressure by showing you an essay writing method called the 5-paragraph essay. I highly recommend you using this method for the HSE writing test. What is an evidence-based essay? When you write an evidence-based essay, the main purpose is to take a position on a topic and persuade your readers to accept your position or claim. You use evidence found in sample writings to support that position and convince readers of your argument's validity. The writer, and that is you, needs to provide evidence to defend an argument. It is different from a persuasive essay because instead of relying solely on your own opinions to persuade an audience, you will be using evidence found in a piece of writing or several pieces of writing to persuade the audience. When writing an evidence-based essay, you should remember the following points. What do you think about the topic? What are the reasons that you feel the way you feel about the topic? What is the evidence? Use evidence from the articles to support what you are writing about. When you are ready to begin your HSE essay, the test booklet will provide you with 3 important items. Make sure you can find all 3 before you begin. If you cannot, ask a staff member at the testing center for help in locating them. They are 1, the writing prompt, 2, the first writing sample about the prompt topic, and 3, the second writing sample about the prompt topic. Once you locate all 3, it's time to start reading. Read the prompt first so that you know the topic of your essay. You could be asked to write about anything, but it will be clearly stated in that prompt. Next, read the 2 writing samples given to you. You will be using these writing samples as evidence to support your opinion on the prompt topic. Finally, decide the view you will take on the topic. Do you have 3 reasons you can use to support this view? Did you find evidence in one or both of the articles to support your view? If yes, it's time to start writing. We are going to use the same prompt that was given in the worksheets in Blackboard. The prompt will be presented to you in a rectangular box like it is shown here on this slide. Here is the writing prompt. It says, review the two writings provided for you. In your response, develop an argument about which school option is the best. Include relevant and specific evidence from the articles and your own knowledge of the issue to support your answer. So now we know that the topic is about schooling options. Now that we know the topic, it's time to read the written articles or evidence. I'd like you to stop the video and go back and review the two writing samples found underneath this prompt in Blackboard. They are called Article 1 and Article 2. They show two differing views on this topic. One supports a 9-month school year and one supports a 12-month school year. As you are reading through the articles, be thinking about the view you would take on this topic. Could you come up with 3 reasons to support your point of view? Is there evidence found in the articles that you could use to help support your view? After reading through the two views on the topic found in Article A and Article B, you could pick and defend either option. But for now, let's say that we are going to take the view that a 9-month schooling option is the best option, and we are going to use the hamburger method to organize our information and write our essay. The hamburger organizer will help us make sure that we write an essay that has 5 paragraphs. It will have an introduction, it will have 3 middle paragraphs, and it will have a final concluding paragraph. The introductory paragraph is the most important paragraph in your entire essay. It is going to tell the readers what your essay is all about and your position on that topic. It's the first paragraph that is read, and the people grading your essay will immediately recognize if your writing is going to be organized and easy to grade. A well-organized essay is easy to grade because it is easy to read. Everything just flows together. Okay, so here we go. First, make a very clear first statement that includes the writing prompt. Make sure that the reader knows exactly what the topic is. Also make sure the reader knows the view you will be taking on this topic. Here is what we will write. 2 of the most popular schooling options are 9-month schooling and 12-month schooling. But which one is the best option? I believe that 9-month schooling is the best option for students and their families. The sentences above make everything very clear. The readers will know the topic, and they also know the view that we're going to take on the topic. So are we now done with our introductory paragraph? No, we are not. We still need to include 3 sentences that will list the reasons we have for supporting this view. Our supporting reasons are in black in the slide above. Notice we are giving 3 reasons that support our claim that 9-month schooling is the best option. This is what we wrote. I believe this because there is no real proof of significant learning gains in a year-round school. The 12-month schedule may damage children's health. Finally, the 9-month school option better supports moms that work. In the next 3 paragraphs, we will explain each of these reasons in more detail and use evidence found in the article that will support our reason. We are now ready to begin our second paragraph of the essay. The second paragraph must be about the first reason you gave to support your view. Remember, this is found in the introductory paragraph. For the second paragraph, we will rewrite the first reason and then provide some details and evidence that supports the reason. Remember to only include information that will support your view. In both articles, we can find some information comparing the learning happening in a 9-month school versus the learning in a 12-month school. I will only use a statement that supports the 9-month schooling option. It is this. Paul von Hippel, sociologist at Ohio State, did research to show that although students in a 12-month schooling environment do seem to learn more during the summer, During the other 9 months of the year, they seem to learn less than students in a 9-month learning environment. Now that we have added some evidence from the articles we read, let's also add just 1 or 2 more sentences to wrap up this paragraph. Here is what we will add. Overall, it all seems to even out. If it ends up that both the 12-month school and the 9-month school environments produce the same learning, and learning is the focus of schooling, then why make students stay in school an extra 3 months of the year? If you look at the slide above, all our original writing is in red, and the evidence we use from the articles is in black. If we can manage to do a bit of both original writing and evidence for each of the 3 middle paragraphs, we will be in really good shape to get a good score on this essay. Let's move on now to paragraph 2. Again, we begin with the opening sentence that is copied from the introductory paragraph. This is what it says. The 12-month schedule may damage children's health. Remember, it was our second reason for supporting the 9-month schooling option. We then add some evidence from the article and close with a sentence or two that ties everything together. And again, the evidence we use from the article supports our position that 9-month schooling is the best option. If you look at the slide, you will see all our original writing is in red and our supporting evidence is in black. I'm going to read the entire paragraph now. The 12-month schedule may damage children's health. A Harvard study showed that children in 12-month schools have less time for outdoor activities, especially in the winter. Many children spend more time in front of the television and in other sedentary activities, and this causes them to gain weight. Good health is just as important as learning, and many would argue that healthy kids retain knowledge better. Now that we're done with our third paragraph, let's move on to our fourth paragraph and our final reason. I am now going to read aloud the fourth paragraph. The 9-month school option better supports moms that work. The Chicago Review reported that studies show that mothers with children in year-round schools have a harder time maintaining employment. The different scheduling, especially extended breaks during the school year, create a challenge for those who need childcare. Before and after-school programs can only do so much to fill the void. The best schooling option is one that supports the entire family. The first sentence was taken from our introductory paragraph. The writing that follows in black is our evidence. And we finish the paragraph with a sentence that ties everything together. Now it's time to finish this essay with our fifth and final paragraph, our conclusion. The purpose of this paragraph is to remind the reader of our view of the topic and summarize what we have already written in our essay. Try to just reword the opening paragraph a bit. I'll read our fifth and final paragraph aloud. A 9-month schooling option seems to support students and their families better than a 12-month schooling option. When students are in school for 9 months of the year, they are both academically and physically healthy. The 9-month option also better supports the family as a unit. If given a choice, I would choose the 9-month option. If there is time, go back over your essay and check to make sure it's clear and that it's divided into paragraphs. You should have 5 paragraphs if you use the hamburger method to write your essay. Do a quick check of your sentences. Did you use good grammar? Are your sentences complete sentences? Remember that 2 people will be grading your essay. The readers who score your high school equivalency writing sample will judge its effectiveness with statements like the ones written on the slide. Please keep all of these in mind as you write your essay and when you look back over it. I wish you the very best as you continue working towards taking and passing your HSE essay.